Hey, it's Jennifer Coley, and we are on day 5 of the 5 Laws of Gold from one of my favorite books, The Richest Man in Babylon by George Clason. I'm sure you're probably so sick of me harping on you to go get this book by now, but if you haven't got it and you're not making a serious study of it, go get the book, study it. There's so much wisdom and so many jewels in that book, so many analogies that are even more powerful than the ones that I'm offering to you in this video series. So get the book, pass it on. It's invaluable wisdom that can really help a lot of people. So with this 5th law, we are really just talking about the power of leverage, okay? Which is so important because you're working so hard for your dollars, right? In either time or, just sheer energy or both. And now you've gotten the concept down of prioritizing yourself and paying yourself either 10 or 20% of all you earned, never again to touch in life, right? You're treating yourself like a bill. So now you really want to go ahead and leverage what you're putting aside. And to do that, I want you to think of an analogy. I want you to think about a beehive and think of bees and how they produce honey, right? So you have a queen bee, and think of yourself as the queen bee, okay? A queen bee can lay 2,000 eggs per day. So those eggs that she's laying would be synonymous with the time and or energy that you are expending to earn your dollars. So whether you have a business, you have a job, however it is that you're earning your money, that would be synonymous with the laying of those 2,000 eggs, okay? Out of those 2,000 eggs, then what comes out are either worker bees or drones. And the worker bees either have a lifespan of 4 to 9 months in the winter or 6 weeks in the summer. Okay, I want you to think of the worker bees that have that lifespan of 4 to 9 months. And this is tying back to what we've been talking about as you being the CEO of your own personal financial corporation. Think of those as the employees that are just the best employees ever. Never call in sick, never take a vacation, never show up late. And that's because there's so much value being put into them, right? They are treated well. They are invested in sound and wise investments. So they are going to go to work exponentially harder than you could ever imagine to produce lots and lots and lots of honey for you, right? i.e. gold, i.e. more dollars. Then those worker bees that have the lifespan of 6 weeks, that would be synonymous with investments that you have no knowledge of. You're investing with someone who has no knowledge of what they're putting your money into, any type of get-rich-quick scheme, any type of, trying to work that money too hard. So like an employee that you underappreciate, you underpay, you don't put value in, you don't give them the extra perks and benefits and things like that to show your appreciation. That's what those worker bees that only last 6 weeks would be synonymous in, okay? So make sure that you're making sound and wise investments, all right? Don't take your hard-earned dollars that now you're paying yourself first and throw them down the drain, okay? And then there are drones. And the drones, their sole purpose is to procreate, right? So as soon as they help the queen lay her 2,000 eggs, they immediately die. That's the way that drones are made. That's just the way that it works in the beehive. So I want you to think of drones as all of those dollars that you are not putting aside and multiplying. Okay, so the money that you spend on whatever, it could be on your necessities, it could be on luxuries, shoes or whatever it might be that might be your vices. Those would be your drones, right? You spend them, they're gone. Now, commerce, inflow and outflow, that's what makes the world go round. So it has its place, it's important, but that's a different conversation. We're talking about you being the CEO of your own personal financial corporation. So just like the drone dies, that's what happens to your dollars that you're not putting aside and you're not investing and you're not leveraging and you're not putting to work for you. All right? And the object of all of this is really to turn every single one of those worker bees into queen bees. Now, what am I talking about there? Okay, well, the queen bee eventually dies, right? She doesn't live forever. And so what happens is as soon as she dies, then the worker bees all choose which one of the worker bees that's still there will become the new queen. And they feed her special nectar, and then she becomes the new queen. So imagine you taking the best possible care of your worker bees, i.e. your employees, i.e. your dollars, i.e. your goal. Taking the best possible care of them as you can, so then they all turn into queen bees, and then they're all producing 2,000 eggs per day. It's exponential. It could just go on and on and on and return to you exponentially. That's leverage. That's power. That is true wealth, and that is true abundance, right? Abundance says there's always more than enough. There's never any lack. There's always more than enough. And that is what you have the opportunity to create for yourself. If you will just first begin with putting aside your own 10 to 20%, being that amazing queen bee, and then taking really good care of your worker bees so that they produce an exponential amount of honey for you. Go get the book, read it, share it, pass it on, share this video, share the book, share the message. It is a true paradigm shift. It's powerful, and I want to see as many people become wealthy as possible. Have an awesome day.